Hello again. This is a follow-up to my February the 1st video about using DirecTV Now on the Nvidia Shield Android TV 2017 edition. And I figured out everything that I said in that video remains true. There hasn't been any updated release since then. But I did find a workaround for the disappearing channel guide problem that I described there. And so the first thing I want to do is I want to show you the device I purchased. Actually, it arrived while I was filming that video. And so let me see if I can hold this up to where it's can be focused on. So this is the iPazzPort, I-P-A-Z-Z-P-O-R-T. I don't know if you can see that. But I've received this, and so this is what I'll be using for this demo. And you'll notice there's a touchpad up there in the upper center, and there are 4 buttons on either side of that. On the lower left button is the equivalent of the left button on a mouse. And so what I'm going to be doing is, in part of this, is holding down that button and then dragging one finger on the touchpad. And this will somewhat resolve the disappearing channel guide problem that I had previously mentioned. At other times I'll be scrolling, and with this device all you have to do to scroll is use 2 fingers and drag down or up, and it'll scroll the channel guide up and down, which is very handy. And then you'll also see me moving around in the Nvidia Shield Android TV. And the one thing that is odd about this is that on the right side of the on the right side of the touchpad, there are 4 buttons, and you'll notice the second one from the top has a home symbol on it. So you would think that's the home button. Turns out it's not. The button below that with the E on it, which looks like, I know it's not, but it looks like an Internet Explorer emblem. That is actually the home button on the Nvidia Shield with this device. And then double tapping that takes you, it's essentially like Alt-Tab in Windows, if you're familiar with that key combination. It allows you to move in between apps. So you'll see me doing that. All right, so let me show you what I've discovered here. All right, so this is my Nvidia Shield Android TV 2017, and the first thing I'll do is I'll show you what I have running here by double tapping that E button. And so I have, I have my PIA VPN running. I have the side load launcher, which is how I load DirecTV Now, which I don't have loaded yet, as well as Chrome. And what I want to show you on Chrome is just a reminder of what I said in the previous video, which is that I downloaded DirecTV Now using APK Mirror, and the version that I'm running, which I'll show you momentarily, is the December 29th version, the third one from the top there, version 1.0.3.2131. 2131, the last 4 digits, that's actually the build number. Okay, so let's go and load DirecTV Now. And so actually I can show you, let me first verify for you that I am in fact running that version. So I'll go look at the apps here, go down to DirecTV Now, and it shows you right at the top there that in fact this is that version 1.0.3 build 2131. Okay, and I'll just normally I open it from the side launcher, so I'll go ahead and do that, and I'll get out of here. I'll go back to the side launcher, side load launcher, and I'll load DirecTV Now. So there it is. I'm already logged in. It is set to always start in mute mode, and so that's where it is now, and I can show you that. If I tap the screen, you can see it's muted right there. I can momentarily unmute it. All right, and I'm going to go ahead. I previously thought this was an interface bug, but apparently this is how they want the app to look, where you can see these What's On Now emblems at the bottom, and you can scroll down if you want to see what other things you can watch. Although I cannot get anything except live TV working. I can't get any of the episodes from the other channel apps to work on this yet. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in full screen mode, and if you tap again, it'll turn off the guide and the other screen information. Okay, so let me show you what I've discovered. So I'll turn on the guide here, and just as I said in the previous video, when it loads the channel guide, it actually only loads about 10 to 13 channels above and or below whatever channel you happen to be on right now. So I'll scroll and show you that. First I'll scroll up, and I need to move my mouse down there into the channel guide to do this. Okay, now I'm going to use the two-fingered technique I mentioned earlier on my little pad here, and as you can see, the channel guide disappears, and that will be true if I scrolled all the way up to the very first channel, which is A&E on my package. And it's also true if I scroll down. You can see I scroll down about 10 to 13, and all of these disappear. So what I've learned, though, since my last video, is that if I place my mouse down here anywhere in these in the channel guide where channel information does not appear, and I hold down that left mouse button that I previously mentioned, and just slightly drag the mouse pointer on the pad, additional channel information appears. Now, sometimes it will load all of them, and in this case, no, it did not. Let's see if it loaded everything below where we were. No. So this is something that you kind of have to continually do, but once you get quick at it, it's pretty easy to do, so it's not a big deal. You can certainly get all the channel information that you want. And so anyway, that's how you can fix that problem. It doesn't completely fix it, but it does improve it. I accidentally tapped a channel there, so it's changing channels on me now. Also, since the last video, I have tested every channel, and every channel seems to consistently work now. Very little interruptions, very clear, very fast in changing channels for the most part. So I'm very pleased about that. So I hope this will help some of you that might still be having problem with this. That's the only workaround I could find for the time being. I noticed an iOS version of the app was just released, I think yesterday, 1.0.5 point something. And so I expect there'll be one coming out for Android here very shortly. And when that happens, I'll review it and post another video. Thanks.